Welcome, Valkyrie fans. Well, we came up a little short. Darn it. Oh, boy, that was nerve wracking. You got to take down the champs. And, boy, between Stewie and Burke Johannes in I think it was the third quarter, man, she wasn't doing those one legged 3 point shots. They were keeping New York afloat. Stewie kept them afloat the first half, and then we kind of shut her down, but then Johannes took over, and then in the end, it was Sabrina Ionescu at the foul line. And she hit that three, and oh boy, exciting game, but we were this close again. Maybe we'll find a way to beat those guys. Anyway, it was a great game, and they're a great team, and they're shorthanded, and we're shorthanded, and I was just hoping we could pull that out. It was so close. Anyway, we got, I was looking at the stats, and we did the things we should have done. We kept them under their, Stewie was right at about her average. Ionescu was under. She only scored 11 points. Most of that was on the free throw line at the end of the game. And then, we kept them under 88 points, but, we missed. There were, down the stretch, we had some key possessions where we turned the ball over or we missed a shot. Kate Martin. Wonderful, wonderful 3 point performance and drives to the hoop. Money Martin. Way to go. Boy, she hit that shot contested and had us down by one with, 8 seconds left or 11 seconds? Oh, I was like, come on. You knew Ionescu was going to hit those foul shots. So it's like, okay, if we can make one more, we go to overtime. And then I thought we might be able to pull it out. But no such luck. Kayla Thornton got it close, hit the rim, and then we couldn't. Time ran out. So I don't know. We got a tough stretch of games coming up. So I thought Temmie was going to be back for this game, and she's back. But I guess when you've played there and you've got to fly back from England, I guess they kept her out. And Carla Late was out too. I guess she's dealing with a back issue or something. But New York won 81 to 78. Just fantastic game. Just wish it was the other way around, but it is what it is. We're now 7-7. We're tied with the Fever at 7-7, I believe. So Kayla Thornton had 11 points, 7 rebounds. Stephanie Talbot, another good game. She was 3 for 5 from 3, 5 for 7 overall. That she was one of the possessions where she should have, she drove down the lane and then she tried to dish it and Ionescu intercepted the pass. She should have just went right in, and then get the foul, go strong to the hoop. So she had 13 points. Mo Billings only had 2. We could have definitely used more out of her. But she had 7 rebounds. Tiffany Hayes, 15 points. 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Burton had 7 points. Boy, we could have used a little more out of her. She was 3 for 10, 1 for 4 from 3. Boy, a couple more points out of her and Monique Billings, and this is a win. 10 assists for her. For Burton, Chen got in the game. She had some good minutes. She almost had a basket there on a steal, and it ended up. I think it was either Ionescu or Cloud hit it off her and it went out of bounds. Chloe Bibby got a 3-pointer. I wish I don't want to second guess anything, but it would have been cool to have her in the game at the last couple minutes with her 3-point shooting ability. Just having another person out there that can do that. And then Kate Martin, career high 21 points. Good for her. She was 4 for 10 from 3. She was 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 7 for 15 overall. Me here, we could have used some more from her too, but she was in for 12 minutes, had 6 points. And, New York was 5 people in double figures. Gardner had 11. Stewie, almost all of her points were in the first half. But she had 10 rebounds, too. So 9 of those were defensive. Sably had 3. Cloud only had 2 points. She was 1 for 8. Yeah, she didn't play very well in this game. She's normally a really good player, but, defensively she made some plays. Ionescu had 11, and 8 of that was at the foul line. She was 1 for 11. She had a kink in her neck or something, and I'm sure that probably threw off her shooting. Kennedy Burke had 20. That hurt us. She was 4 for 9 from 3. Yeah, she had quite a few three-pointers she made that was helping them. It was mostly in the first half, though. Her and Stewie that was giving them, they were up almost all we had the lead in the beginning, and then once New York got the lead, we couldn't ever get it back again. But we were right with them the whole way, but we just couldn't take the lead. I think we did 1 point here and there, but nothing, a couple of key possessions that if we had scored, we could have, built a 5-point lead or something, but we just couldn't get that done. And then Johannes had 11. She has that one-legged 3-point shot that just goes swish. I love Maureen Johannes. It's, just not when she's playing against us. So you look at the box score. We outscored them 32-29 in the first. Then they outscored us. We only scored 11 in the second. That hurt us. That right there, because we were even the rest of the way. New York outscored us 17-11 in the second. And then it was 18-18 and 17-17. Turnovers, we were good there. We had some, but 10, they had 8. Yeah, very even game. Statistically and everything, it was a very even game, and the score shows that. Bench points, 30. We had 30, they had 31. Biggest lead was 6 for both teams. Bench points in the paint, 30-28. Yeah, that was bench points. Yeah. Anyway, we didn't quite have enough. A couple of key possessions is all it's going to take to put us over the hump. And, we'll get it. And it'll be better when we get all of our players back. But, the ones that have been playing are playing darn good. So, I'm bummed. I'm not predicting in games anymore. If you saw my preview, I predicted that we'd win this one. And we almost did. So, anyway. Well, Chicago's up next. I want to look at the schedule here. Let me see what's going on. We have Chicago on Friday, and then Seattle. We got Seattle coming back, and then we're gonna hit the road. These home games, I was hoping we could win as many as possible. Excuse me. Let's see here. Yeah, we got Chicago coming in, so they're going to come to Valhalla, and then the Storm is coming again. So they just lost to Indiana. So if we can beat the Sky and the Storm, both of those are possibilities. And then we got to travel to Minnesota to play the Lynx. So we should be at full strength at that point, because that's July 5th. And I would imagine Collier would be back by then. If Collier's not there and we're at full strength, we could get a win there. And then we got to go to Atlanta, and then Indiana, and then Vegas. So, but we'll be at full strength, so I'm not too worried about those games. But we definitely have some tough games coming up. So we'll see. I don't know. It's been fun though, hasn't it? Just been so fun. I just wish we could eke these out. We're like right there. But it's tough to beat the champs. Even at reduced capacity, they're the champs for a reason. So anyway, I'll see you next time.